Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today we are at this lovely Volkswagen dealership where I'm gonna show you all the details of this car, so the facelifted Volkswagen Tiguan. And it's a very important model for Volkswagen. I have the key here because this facelifted version comes after a few years on the market, and actually the Tiguan is the most popular car in the Volkswagen group. Actually, almost 1 million examples were sold last year, and now it has the new looks to perform even better on the market. So what's new? Let's start with the design, of course. On the front we have a new lights, IQ light. These are the matrix LED lights. They are optional. You have the daytime running LEDs here, and then dynamic indicators which go down there. Of course, LED lights do come as standard, and then these matrix LEDs are an option. This is the R-Line trim, which you see here. Also, the R-Line has the new badge. You have a more muscular appearance on the front because you have the massive grille with this horizontal fins in chrome, looking very nice. You also have the new badge in here, and I think now it looks more like a Touareg, and also the Atlas Sport, which is sold in the US. So definitely much more muscular appearance of this car, but also with the R-Line you get the sporty elements such as this bumper. So the bumper has this large fake, of course, air inlets with this chrome part here, and yeah, I think it looks very nice indeed. The name of this color, it's a new color, it's Nightshade Blue, but it looks something between the blue and green, and I love it actually. I think it suits the car and it goes very well with this chrome elements. So the side profile of the car, a bit longer than the predecessor, 4.51 meters, but that is because of the new shape of the bumpers. Of course, nothing has changed between the wheels, and yeah, this is the view you have. So well-known shape of the Tiguan. Let's check out the wheels. So these are the wheels that you get with the R-Line. These are the actually 19-inch wheels, and then from 17 up to 20-inch wheels are available. But yeah, this probably the best choice. 18 or 19, this 19-inch, they do look nice. And then of course the R-Line has more aggressive look, and you also get this R badge on the sides, and then of course the side skirts are a bit different. Look at this element, this is cool. And you do still have this plastic wheel arches to make it more robust, I would say. So yeah, I think this is nice. And now we come around to the back of the car. All right, so what is new here? First of all, you'll notice the new tail lamps. You see the new design. Actually, the shape remains pretty much the same, but look at this cool elements. Very cool lighting signature, and this actually reminds me of Lamborghini Urus, guys. So look at this. If the same pattern would have been here, then definitely the style of the Lamborghini Urus. And then you also see the 4Motion. This car has the all-wheel drive, and yeah, you see this paint is very nice, especially on the light. And other than new tail lamps, you have a slightly redesigned rear bumper, as well as the new logo and new lettering. Now this lettering is much cleaner in my opinion than the one on the new Seat Ateca, which I also reviewed last week, so you can check that out. I think the lettering from Volkswagen models is more clean and more symmetrical, so definitely you know, my favorite is this when we compare this to, of course, the Ateca. And then one thing that I don't like, of course, are this fake exhaust, the massive fake exhaust case, and then we have this sort of like a diffuser, and the real exhaust, yeah, it's hiding there. So, but I love this gloss black element, and let me actually show you the trunk. You don't open it here, you open it underneath this. This car doesn't have the electronic tailgate, but of course you can get it for this model. It's an option. And now we have a square shape. A lot of things can fit here. You are greeted with either 520 liters or 615 liters. That depends on the rear bench, which can be adjustable you know, by 18 centimeters up and down. And additional cool feature is this lever here. You just pull it and the seats go down, it's the same with that side. You do have a light, it's not LED unfortunately. Some hooks for your shopping bags. So overall, I think, yeah, because of the shape and because of the fact that you can easily drop the seats and that the bench can be adjusted, this is really a practical car. Right, and speaking about suspension, various options are available. So the standard suspension, then the sport suspension, which lowers the car by around 15 millimeters, and then the best option, of course, DCC, dynamic chassis control with adjustable dampers. Alright, so let's step inside. Of course, Volkswagen has changed quite a lot inside. First of all, you're greeted with new materials. Look at this leather with nice white stitching. Looks very nice. This is sort of like a carbon look, satin finish. All feels very nice in the hand. And then, of course, these are the switches for your mirrors and for the Windows lock unlock button. And then the door pocket is actually rather huge. You can put a large bottle in this, and also there's carpet inside, so thumb up for that. Then this is the airline, which means you do get this illuminated door seal. And the seats, well, I've been sitting in the car and I'll tell you they are very comfortable indeed. They have this sort of like Alcantara and cloth and leather on the sides. R badge. This is a new logo, as I said, for the R line models and the R models. Not a huge fan. I don't know about you, tell me in the comments what do you think about this. But without further ado, let's jump on board and let me show you all the details. And it's a bit weird that this model doesn't have the start engine button. So it's an option, you need to do this with the key. Haven't done that in a long time, I must be honest with you. Alright, so this is what we have here. We have a 10-inch digital cockpit in front of the driver with different views, which I'll show you later on. We have a new steering wheel, flat bottom. You have the R badge on the steering wheel, also with these aluminum parts. And then this is new. So you have this sort of like a panel, but you also need to touch it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I'll show you later how it works. And then here we have the switches for the lights, but they are actually the standard switch which you used to see on the previous models. So doesn't look that good, but it's much easier to use, I'll be honest with you, than the new cool one with the digital panel. Then the air vents are here. I love this sort of like a gray finish around the air vents. And then here we have the touchscreen, and actually all models come with touchscreen, but not as big as this one. So the standard one gets the 6.5-inch one, and then you also have the knobs for the volume and stuff like that. But then the second version has the 8-inch one, and this is the top of the line, the 10-inch screen with all touch panel, and you also have this shortcuts here, but unfortunately we do have this here. Anyway, I will show you and demonstrate you the whole infotainment system in a moment. Let's check out this. So there's no AC controls on the digital cockpit, that's great, but they decided to remove the classic switches for the AC and have this. Now this looks better, but is it easier to use? It's not. So you have this panel for the AC, but you see, I mean, okay, I have the gloves, of course, for the safety reasons, but I don't know. But you can also do it like this. I think that would be easier way there than to slide. So the temperature is the same, thing. You have the slider. So actually slider for the temperature is rather good. You can also, I think, adjust it with pressing it, not just sliding it. So this looks better. I must admit that, but it's not the easiest way. It's, I don't know, probably better than to have it in the infotainment system and the touchscreen, but still not the best choice. You have the heating of the seats here, max blow, and AC controls, stuff like that. Everything is on this panel. Moving on, we have two USB-C ports, and then we also have the 12-volt power outlet. This is probably the wireless charging pad, but not sure if this car has it or not. The new gear lever for the DSG, as you can see, this is the classic one, we can call it like that. There's no small one like on the new Leon and the new Golf. They probably decided that will be for the new generation of Tiguan. So for now we have this. It is a new gear lever. You do have these illuminated gears on top of it. And then moving on, electronic parking brake, auto hold, start, stop, off. That's always nice to have on the button. And yeah, well, sensors and steering adjustments. And also these are the adjustments for the driving modes: off-road expert, auto. Then you have the snow profile. So because this car has the four-wheel drive, then you have the bunch of modes available, and also these regular modes which you have on the standard model. So for example, let's put it to just a second so we can go to these driving modes. Okay, these are the driving modes: eco, normal, sport, and individual. I'll cover that in a moment when you do a full infotainment tour. For now, let's check out this. So we do have the huge space actually here, and I'm not sure how are you supposed. Okay, now I understand. So you have this, and you can put two large bottles without problems. So that's always nice to see. And you can also have this cover, something that Golf doesn't have. There, the armrest is nice in leather. It's extendable here. You do have decent amount of space, but there's no USB or stuff like that inside. But it's okay. It's adjustable. Then also let me show you the glove box. It's actually big, rather big. You can put a lot of things here. Once again, this fake carbon, I quite actually like it. Okay, and let's do a quick tour of the infotainment system. Now, unfortunately, you can't see these shortcuts, but I will just peel it off a bit. So menu, home, plus, minus, and then the turn off button. This is the main screen, let's call it like that. You can adjust, of course, the different things that you have here. And when you go to the menu button, then you get this additional screen, the second home screen, let's call it like that. And this is pretty similar to all new Volkswagen models. This is the new infotainment system, and yeah, well, bunch of things are available. Have the radio stations, of course, and then telephone. You can pair it with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Navigation, it's actually very responsive now. Have in mind that right now I have my gloves, and then we also have this protective layer, so probably touch is not gonna be the best because we have two layers between me and the screen itself. But yeah, it's a responsive screen, as you would expect from a car like this. Driver assist, of course, this car can be equipped with the travel assist and bunch of safety systems, and we can check those out here. So ACC, I love this in animation, how you get to this. So ACC, adaptive cruise control, front assist, lane assist, side assist, road signal display, a trailer recognition. So all this is available, and then you can also change it like this. And yeah, you can configure the distance where you want it to react, stuff like that. Media, of course, you can pair your USB, listen to the music. App Connect, as I said, pairing your phone is possible. Then the vehicle settings, we actually have, let's see this, you can actually change different things. So for example, digital cockpit can be also adjusted with different views, as you can see here. Let's put it to the classic view. Let's go through the settings. So these are all vehicle settings, ECC, tires, lights, for example. These are probably for the dynamic and cornering lights and stuff like that. You go back with this button, a bit unusual. And background lighting, this car now has the ambient lights, and let's check them out. Let's press all. So what you change is actually this digital cockpit. Also the infotainment system itself changes the color, and also you get this in different color, but I'm not sure you are able to see a lot of this because yeah, there's a lot of light right now. Anyway, let's put it, for example, to blue. You see that when I change this, Also this screen in front of me changes color, so let's put it, for example, to red. Okay, so now we put it to red, just to demonstrate you that now we have this screen in red, and also you will see that the infotainment system is also sort of like a red. You have this red elements in here, and then we go back to the vehicle settings, background lighting. Not the easiest way actually, but yeah. Now we turn it to green, and you will see that these elements here are green. This is green, and this is in green color. So, and that's those are the ambient lights. Let's go back to the vehicle settings. Go back here, background lighting, mirrors and wipers, opening and closing, instrument cluster. So this is, of course, once again, things that you can change on your digital cockpit. And of course there are service requirements. The car tells you when are you about to go to the service and stuff like that, basic stuff that all new models have, so that's nice. Let's check out the off-road button. Now you have some off-road information for those of you who love to go off-road. Of course, if you spec this car with the four-wheel drive, then probably you're gonna, you know, use it probably outside of the roads. Let's go back actually here. Sound. Now this car can be equipped with the Harman Kardon. Now it's around 850 euros option. If you like a good sound, then that's the one to go for. It's expensive, but it sounds awesome, I believe. And yeah, that's a new thing, Harman Kardon, available in Volkswagen. Air conditioning, bunch of settings also can be adjusted on the screen. I said this is the main panel for the AC, but you can also adjust it here. Let's go back. And yeah, bunch of settings, legal info, shop for some additional purchases maybe later on. And as I already said, that's the future of the probably car industry, because you will be able to buy different you know, things for your car after you buy the car. So yeah, and now let's check out this screen. Let's actually put it to blue one, because that's my favorite for this car. So back to background lighting, and let's put it to blue. This is nice. Anyway, so now we come to this screen, and then you can change different things that you have in front of you with this view button. So you see this, but you can also change the things that you have here in front of you. And for example, I want the rev counter and navigation in the same screen, no problem. Just press this view button and you get it here. So rev counter on your left, navigation in the middle, and then of course the speedometer on the right. And different driving systems and vehicle status, telephone, audio, navigation, everything can be adjusted on this middle screen. And then, as I said, this left and right can be adjusted you know, throughout this view. So you see that now we change different things in front of us. But one thing that I'm not so sure about are these panels. So for example, this is the panel for changing the volume, and this is the panel for changing the radio stations, but I don't think it's the easiest one to use. And also look at this, this is the control for the heated steering wheel, and when you change this you can accidentally press this thing, heating. So steering wheel heating, yeah. So let's turn it off. So those are some of the things that you know, I'm not so sure about. And yeah, maybe the previous one with the regular buttons was easier to use. This one for sure looks much better, but yeah, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about it? And well, yeah, also this car has the voice command. Drive me to Berlin.
Voice input for this country is not supported.
Okay, you get the point. So we do have a voice command. Unfortunately for Germany, looks like it's not available right now. I mean, navigation probably for Germany in this car. So yeah, but now maybe you'll see better these blue lights. Yeah, I think the improvements are really nice because steering wheel looks better. This is much sharper and this is really nice. I would love to see the small gear lever maybe, and also I would love this to be a little less complicated, but other than that this is really good, and materials are really really solid, so nothing to complain about. Let's check out the space that we have at the back. Alright, so let's check out the space that we have at the rear bench. So first of all, look at these materials. You have the leather with this white stitching, and then you have the satin carbon look with ambient lights that are also available here at the back. And one door pocket and additional storage space is here. The rear bench can be adjusted by 18 centimeters, depending whether you need, space for yourself or for the luggage. And it can also be adjustable with this lever. You can lean it towards you if you like it. And now, without further ado, let's jump inside. I'm 1.87 meters, and then this is how much space I still have for my knees. That's incredible. And for my head, huge amount of space, because now the seat is leaned a bit towards the back. Now you can really relax, but you can also adjust it towards the front if you like it with the lever that I showed you. Actually, let me demonstrate you that right now. Okay, so yeah, whatever you want, and you can also adjust this whole bench. So look at this, 18 centimeters. That's really good. And then AC controls also are here, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. Have storage here, of course, the standard, and then additional 2 LED lights. And then this is the view you have on the front. All right, and now off to the engines. Of course, you press this. And actually, hydraulic struts hold it. So yeah, what you see here is a 2-liter TDI, and there are various petrol and diesel engines available, so 1.5-liter TSI as well as the 2-liter TDI. But what's new is the e-hybrid. That's the combination of the 1.4-liter TSI and electric motor. So a lot to choose from. Tell me in the comments which engine would you get. Currently on the market in Croatia we have a 1.5-liter TSI and 2-liter TDI. But I think the 2-liter TSI should also come later on. And as I said, this car is available with all-wheel drive. They call it the 4Motion here. That is available on higher trims. So that's about it. And now we can check out the specs of this particular model. So you have a 2-liter TDI 4Motion R-Line, 150 horsepower diesel, DSG 7-speed automatic transmission. These are the extras that you have here, for example, Navigation Discover Pro, which you saw inside. And well, yeah, that's about it. You have also the IQ Matrix LED lights. Total price for this car with all the options is here. I will put the euro amount also on your screen, but the base price for this car is 25,510 euros here in Croatia, and that is for the entry-level petrol with 130 horsepower and 1.5-liter TSI engine. So tell me in the comments, how do you like this car, and what do you think about it? What do you think about these styling changes and also the technology changes? That's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe for more videos and hopefully a point of view drive of this car in the future. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.